So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Um, we hope you are well. You are safe, and more than anything, if it relates to you, you are inside. You are at home. In these days, strange days of pandemic throughout the world, more or less everywhere. We hope you are inside. We are happy to be here with you on these so-called sessions suggested by my friends at the Mindfulness Research and Practice Network at Masaryk University in Brno in Czech Republic. We thought that we spend some time together 2 times a week, very briefly, to cultivate, to practice remembering how to rest in these days that everything is in the air, everything is being within a field of extreme uncertainty, unpredictability. So it is a high time. It is a high time to assign a certain period of time throughout the days to come back to resting in our bodies, in our mind, in our heart, to be able to go more, to work more, to be able to stay healthy and sane. So thank you everyone at Brno, at Masaryk University for planting the seed. And a bit of setting the stage and give you a background about mindfulness and heartfulness and our sessions, what we will be doing in these 30 minutes sessions. To put it very true to the essence of mindfulness, we will practice to do nothing, basically. We will practice in these periods that we are together to rest deeply in not knowing, in a sense, to allow our mind to rest and allow our mind to be curious of what is going on, rather than falling back into the past or future, falling back into this thinking that we know, and the emotions that arise from that, thinking of the past, regrets, thinking of the future, worries, anxiety, and all that. So we want to we want to help each other to take a break from that knowing and into coming into being curious and seeing what is going on here right now from moment to moment. And cultivating or practicing opening to that that arises, that unfolds. It is a very important time to do it these days, maybe more than any time before, I feel. Because somehow because of the extent of what we are going through, the extent of the catastrophe that we are going through, we tend to, our mind tend to be diluted, or tend to be not very clear of what is going on. Maybe to protect us, maybe because of the dimension of our experience. So we tend to not rest even throughout our day, trying to make sense of things, trying to find our old comfort zones that are not here anymore. In this running around and not resting, we might run out of energy. We might run out of our resources to keep us here sane. So easily said. Really, we will practice resting together. And we will practice finding out that this resting is not an easy thing to do. And that's for some days. Each time we'll assign some time into to listen to your insights that has come up through the practice, and try to face the challenges that you might have in resting and paying attention. So that's basically what we will be doing in next few sessions that we are together. Being open, of course, to the extreme unpredictability that all of us are being put through somehow. Being open to the fact that things might change. I just had a series of 10 sessions before this these series, and things happen these days as all of us are at home with our children, with our families, and exposed to the raw nature of being, that is not knowing unpredictability of life. So please bear in mind that things might change, and so but we will let you know. We will inform you of changes that might take place. Otherwise, we will meet every Tuesdays and every Sundays at 11:30 London time together for practice and research of what is going on inside of us. So let's do that. Let's sit together a few minutes before coming back and opening this space to your questions or your sharings, if there are any. For doing that, see if you can take a posture of comfort and being aware, as if you want to do something now. That doesn't mean that you have to sit still and stiff. It could be lying down right now, but it's good if you are sitting down. If you don't have problems sitting down, allowing the shoulders to rest, allowing the neck to be straight, and allowing your body to relax into this next few moments of paying attention to what is happening. So I will be using this bell to announce the beginning and the end of our formal practice. Um, so let's land softly into being and see what unfolds. So sitting here, eyes open or closed, doesn't matter. If you feel comfortable, it's always good to close eyes softly, as if you want to pay keen attention to what is going on, as if you want to perform an act of remembering. Have you noticed whenever you want to remember things, you sometimes close your eyes, or when you've been given a good piece of chocolate and you're tasting it, we close our eyes to register the taste keenly, and see if with this closing eyes, allowing yourself to just let go of any agenda you might have brought to these sessions. See if you can just leave aside any agenda, then complete a firm intention to rest, as if let me rest a few minutes. Let me not being a parent, not being a husband or wife, or a nurse or a doctor, a care provider, whoever you are, wherever you are. Let me be no one. Let me rest. This is my time. With that, see if you can remember breathing without putting any thoughts into it, any obsession into it. Remembering breathing. We tend to forget breathing in times of tension, in times of stress. So if it feels right, see if you can rest well in breathing, allowing, and remembering that if this is an absolute soft invitation. If it doesn't feel right at any time, Opening your eyes, ending the practice, doing something else, taking care of yourself at any time of a practice. Open or close eyes, breathing, attending, listening. Sometimes listening. Here I hear birds singing, listening to birds singing. Feeling, here I have the heat of the afternoon on my face. Feeling the heat. Remembering the light. If it's the case where you are, remembering the light of the day. Remembering the act of sitting here together in a group of 18, 20 of us now. Remembering the act of sitting together, different parts of the world maybe. Breathing, not doing anything. Allowing yourself to remember. To remember whatever that is happening right now, here. And resting. If you are struggling, sometimes opening your eyes. Sometimes opening your eyes and realizing you're not doing anything. But just being, simply being. Letting go of doing mode, even relaxing mode or meditating mode. Coming back into being, following your breath, if that feels right. If not, listening to the birds, remembering the heat, the cold. Or if not, if all of these are difficult, just touching your arm, your knee, remembering being here in this body, soft. This is my time. Remembering moments that we have to rest together. And allowing yourself to let go. However it feels not right in these times of ups and downs. See if you can let go, saying, let me rest. Let me rest for a second. Let me feel that I'm alive. I'm here. Let me feel that I'm connected to a group that are doing the same. same act of being together and breathing together. That's all there is to it. Sitting together, and feeling the support of my partners here, being part of the group, resting. Sometimes with closed eyes, resting, allowing, remembering, and breathing. Attending to each breath for a few more seconds until you hear the bell again. Slowly remembering the feeling of sitting together, opening your eyes, looking around, and staying with this, with the feeling, returning to here now, staying with that for a few seconds. And realizing that we deserve this moments of not being anyone. I mean, not being this or that. We deserve it sometimes throughout the day. So just allowing yourself to lie down or sit and to give yourself this gift of let me rest, let me rest, let me do nothing, let me only breathe. It is critical in these times that we do it on, even in so-called micro practice, 3 minutes, a few times a day. Let me rest. Let me feel. If resting simply is not easy, you can just sit and touch something that you enjoy, like a piece of a stone, or an object, or your pet, sitting with your pet for a few seconds, looking at your library without reading, looking at your library and the books, looking at the wall, maybe finding the cracks, maybe finding patterns that you have never paid attention to. This is your time. And see how it feels. We will come back to this again on Sunday. But if there is any questions, anything that you'd like to type, please do so, and I'll see if I can answer it. Otherwise, we conclude the sessions. Hello to everyone, Ellie, Ross, Pardis, and Shabnam. I hope you're well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all of you to be here. A group of us, a group of 20 of us. And see how wonderful it is. I mean, there's so much going on around the world, especially in cyberspace. So much going on. So you wanna give yourself credit to make this time even short. This midday break to yourself to tune in and to see how you are. This what we call, this is the breaking the circle of tension and the stress. Very short, even a few seconds. How am I feeling? Let me breathe. Do that and see how it feels, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. Hi, Corel and Katrina, Adam, good to see you. So nice to see you too. Thank you. Thank you. I hope we have some good time together again, this time online. Hi, Pavla and Vasant. Vasant, he asked, is it advised to think of one particular thought while meditating, play out different scenarios? We don't think, I mean, at least that's not how I put it, thinking. It's more of allowing things take place. That could be one thought or many, and resting into it. And you will find that the mind is designed or wired to go all different corners. Then the best thing at this time is see if you can rest into it, as we did today. I'm talking about now, this first session. See if you can breathe into it. If your mind goes all over the place, and breathing into it. My mind is going into the past. Let me breathe into it. Let me relax into it. This is my mind right now. You're asking, is it advised? It is an invitation to rest in what is going on, to breathe and rest in what is happening. So whenever you find yourself in these scenarios that you're struggling and doing anything, see if you can let it go. Let go and rest. And if you want to hold on to something to make that resting possible, See if you can stay with your breathing. So, oh, I'm breathing. If that's easy for you, some people find it difficult to do that. So see if you can listen to the birds. But making resting possible, not doing anything, making resting possible. That's very important, Asant. So we don't make a burden out of this. We don't make a task or chore out of resting. Let's rest together for now until we meet, until Sunday. You're very welcome, Mr. Solomon. Okay, let's sit for a few seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds before we leave with the sound of the bell. Thank you for all for coming. Thank you all. Stay well and inside and listen to your health professionals. And if you are one around, thank you for being in the front line. Take care.